Hi, Judy and Joe. How are you? I love the weather too, except for right inside the studio right now. As you can see, I'm sweating already, and we haven't even started. For whatever reason, the AC is not working today. A bunch of you are here already. Shuggy, Nora, Julian, Fia, okay, and someone's iPhone. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna take a lot of breaks because really there is no AC in here today. And I think I have to even mop off before I get started. As you can see, I'm back in my regular setup. We have moved the stuff around and I actually can see myself better and I'm just so used to this orientation. So anyway, let's take a break whenever you need to. It's warmer in here than it is outside, like by about 10 degrees. And we're gonna have fun. So it's a Labor Day workout, holiday workout. I'm gonna introduce a little bit of just some more. We do it, I don't call it that, mobility work, but I'm gonna add a little bit of hip work. And we do some shoulder work when we're doing our core. So it feels good to me. So I think it will feel good to me. So let's get started. And I'm going to take a quick sip of water and mop down a little bit because it really is that warm in here. And we're going to get started. Let's do our regular warm up. So stand up nice and tall. Someone else, I'll check in a bit. Stand up nice and tall. Lean your head forward. Just leaning my head forward and tilt your chin up to one side and hold it for a second. Back to the center and to the other side. Let's do that for a few more reps. And then bring your head up and look left to right. Keeping your shoulders still. And then just do some arms, shoulder circles, bringing your shoulders towards your back, up towards your ears and back. And these are shoulder mobility workouts too, getting us warmed up. And arm circles, remember you could modify at shoulder height. And switch to the other direction. And just swing your arms around your body, get movement in your torso. And hip circles, 5 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then heel taps to the front, pressing your arms out. And then switch to kickbacks, bringing your heels towards your glutes and rowing your arms. And then we're going to change these to skaters, one leg behind the other on a diagonal. And then I want to do some diagonals to the front. So just step to the front and back. You just move this back a little bit. Just moving in all different directions. I'm breathing heavy today. I think it's the heat in this room. And have both feet together. Step out to the side. And before we do our marches, I'm going to do a little bit of hip mobility work. So holding on to the chair, wall, or counter. I'm going to do this sideways. Bring your leg up. I'm going to do it this way. Bring your knee up, out to the side, bend your leg back, and up. We're going to do 5 of these. Nice and slow. Out to the side, bend that leg up. Do the best you can. This is the first time we're doing this. Bend that leg up. I think that's 3. It's easier to do this when you're down on the floor and all fours. And then we're going to reverse. So bring your leg back, out to the side. Well, I'm doing it so slow that it gets confusing. Just bringing some more mobility to our hips. I don't know how many of them. So let's do the other side. Out to the side, up. And let's switch. Legs back, up. And just march it out. And let's make those marches a little bit higher. Opposite hand to knee. And we're going to take that down and do 5 calf raises, holding on to the chair if you need to. Just rolling up on your toes for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And before we do our posture check, I just want to do our cervical spine work. So standing nice and tall, your shoulders are pointing forward. That's the only thing that's moving. You're just going to give yourself a double chin for 10 reps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let's do our posture check. So standing up nice and tall, feet about hip distance apart, plumb line pulling you up, one hand behind your head, the other on your chin. Push your chin back into the hand that's in the back. So now your head is sitting nicely on your shoulder. You're not doing this. Your head is up here. Your chin is parallel to the ground. Your ears over your shoulders, shoulder over your hip, hip over your knee, knee over your ankle, belly button pulled towards your spine, slight hip tilt forward, relaxed shoulders and shoulder blades pointing towards your back pocket. So let's sit. We're going to do our foot and ankle work. Bring your feet up and we're going to point and flex for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the opposite direction for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So what I would like to do, we're going to do our sit to stand, 5 regular, find a focal point, keep your eyes on it, and we're going to push off the chair, use your arms up and down. You could cross your arms across your chest and arms straight out. My mind's not working very well today because I'm hot. So I'm going to do the first 5 with my arms out. I'm going to stand, and with a lot of control, I'm going to sit. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm still working on our power move. So we're going to get up really fast for 10 reps and sit slowly, using your core and also your legs. So 1, and with a lot of control, sit down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And stay standing. My glasses are slipping down because I could feel my face just sweating. Just, we're going to do wall sits and chest press. So let's start with a chest press. So if you have a TheraBand, if you don't, you're going to do push-ups against the wall. And remember, our push-ups are down here, not up by your head. You're in a nice plank position, and you're going to push your body straight back in front without bending anything. Your body is in a plank the entire time. For our chest press, I want you to have the band behind you and over your arms. And if you could do this seated, if you're standing, just a slight bent knee keeps your upper body nice and tall, belly button pulled in, and you're going to press forward and bring your elbows back. We're going to do 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're going to do 30 seconds wall sit. You don't have to do 30 seconds. You could do as long as it's comfortable for you. If you feel like you need to come up, that's completely okay. But we're going to go for 30. I want you to count out loud with me so you're not holding your breath. So your feet should be in front of your knees. If your feet are back here, you're going to put a lot of pressure on your knees. So get in position, go as low as it's comfortable for you. Head against the wall, engage your glutes and your core, your belly button pulled in. And let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And slide up and right back into our chest press. And knees slightly bent. Push forward and bring your elbows straight back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your hands are chest tight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And let's do our last set of chest press. I'm going to mop up while we're doing wall sits. So get into position and let's start now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and slide up. I really feel those in my quads. And we're going to do bent over rows using a band also. If you don't have a band, you're just going to do bent over rows using your weights or just your arms. If you're doing it in proper form, even without weight, it's a good body weight workout. So what I'm going to do is put this under my both feet, and I'm bent at my knees, bent at my hip. My back is neutral. That means I'm not rounding or arching my back. I'm keeping my back nice and straight with my natural arch, belly button pulled in, my head. I'm looking sort of on a diagonal. That keeps my head in line with my spine, or my neck in line with my spine. And I'm going to pull straight up for 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And we're doing our pendulum, 10 reps per side, for our quads, our glutes, and our hamstrings. So you're going to hold on to the chair or counter wall. Your leg is out straight. Your leg is fairly straight. Keeping your foot really flexed. You're going to keep the flexion for the entire repetition. And you're not going to bend forward or bend backwards. You go as high as it's comfortable and bring your heels straight back and contract your glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and turn around and do the other side. Stand up nice and tall. Hold on lightly for stability. You could have the other knee a little bit soft if you need to. The leg that we're working is nice and straight. Your foot is flexed. Bring it up high and back and contract your glutes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set of bent over rows. So I'm bent at my knee, bent at my hip, neutral spine. My neck is aligned with my spine. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And our last set of pendulums. So stand up tall, foot flex. 1, straight back, contract your glutes. 2, keep your torso upright. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the last set. Turn around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's take a quick break. So I'm going to have some water. Check in with you guys. See how you are. Send me a note if you can. Oh, I love the weather too, but not inside today. Unfortunately, Tia, as I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, this is a webinar and this is how it is. We will not be able to see each other. You can see me, and that's the only way the Y is going to continue these online classes is in this format. If it's not this format, we don't have classes. So anyway, this is what we have. So write me a note. You guys, most of you guys have my email, my work email. So I love hearing from you. And unfortunately, this is what we have to do to continue these classes. Since I'm managing it on my own and no one's managing it for me, um, it's just safety. This is the way they've set it up as a webinar. So now we're going to do slow marches and bicep curl. And so these get a little confusing because we're not alternating. And when you're not alternating, it gets a little weird. So we're going to do bicep curls and overhead press. So this is what it looks like from the side. I'm bringing my arm up, turning it forward and straight overhead. I'm not moving my shoulders up. I'm just moving my arms up. We're going to do 10 reps. So you have to figure out a way to coordinate it. It's a little bit more cognitive work, which I think is good for all of us. So let's do our best. 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I really have to pay attention to what I'm doing when I do that. So, superset in with calf raises and heel rock, working our shins, calves, ankles, feet. So, holding on lightly for stability, roll up high on your toes and rock back on your feet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And last set of biceps, overhead and marches. All right, let's see if I can do this again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Oh, just excuse me when I do that. The last set of calf raises and heel rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So grab your weights again. We're going to do triceps, but with that, we're going to do a lateral step. And as I mentioned last week in my in-person class, we're doing them 10 to one side and 10 to the other. I don't have the space nor the camera that could accommodate that. So what we're going to do, I'm going to tie my band around above my knees, and I'm going to make it fairly tight so that when I step out, I get a lot of work on the side of my hip. We're working our medial glute, work at our lateral side. So I'm going to start, my feet probably are a little bit narrower than hip width, and I'm in a slight squat, just a little bent at the hip and at the knee. Still looking up, and I'm going to step to the side. 1, 2. So we're going to do 20 reps all together so that we get 10 per side. So 1, you could walk side for 10 reps. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if you don't feel that you're getting work on the side, which I definitely feel, then maybe you should tie it a little bit tighter. And I'm going to stay with the band around my waist. I'm going to bend at my knee, bend at my knee, bend forward. Same position as bent over rows. My arms are going to stay close to my body, and we're going to do tricep kickbacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And, I meant to do 10, but I just did 15, so I guess our second set has to be 15 also. Let's do our last set of lateral steps. So bent at the knee, bent at the hip, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And stand up a little bit, give yourself a little break, but we're going to go right back into our triceps. I'll take this off when I'm done. So our elbows up high, bent over row position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. I get to take this off now. And my face is so wet that I have to take a break and mop myself off. So we're going to do tandem walk to judge myself a little bit better with this orientation. I'm just going to walk until I disappear off camera, or right before I disappear off the camera. So I'm not really counted. We're just going to do regular tandem walks, and eyes in front of you, slight touch on the wall or counter if you need stability, heel toe, or a shorter base of support than how you normally walk. I want to give yourself that challenge. So we're going to, not counted, just going to talk to you. I'm going to keep an eye on what I'm doing before I disappear off the camera. So I'm looking sort of sideways, and there I go, and I'm going to go backwards. You really do need to have your eyes in front. Okay. And this time I'm going to do it with a high knee. Do one more, I think. And then let's go backwards. Okay, so we've been adding a little bit of our different tandem walks. What we're going to do is a couple of steps and stop. And I'm doing this, as I've explained before, a lot of times if someone's moving and something happens and they have to stop, it becomes a problem. And they lose their balance. So we're going to practice walking and stopping quickly. So I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, and stop. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go backwards and do that again. I'm not going to do this backwards. So we're going to take a couple of steps and stop. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 1. Okay, I should have done this before when I did our sit stand, but I'm going to do it now. I have a little bit more room today. I'm going to put the blue one down. That's easier to see. They are the same weight, however. So we're going to do our get up and go, which is also another Siri's talking to me, even though I didn't ask her to tell me anything. So you can see the weight in front of me. I'm going to get up, walk around it. We're going to do, and then come back and sit down. We're only going to do 5. I want to make sure that you go around whatever you put in front of you in each direction. You go to the right and to the left, okay? So 1, and you should try to walk fairly fast and sit. Now I'm going to go to the left. And 3, 4, and 1 more to the right. Okay, so we are going to do some core work. We're going to do 10 wood choppers per side. I'm just using my ball. You can use your weight if you want to. Your feet are staggered, pretty wide stance. I'm going to start over the side with the leg in front. I'm going to keep my eye on the ball. Your belly button's pulled in the entire time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch direction, switch legs rather. Core engaged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to do a farmer's carry. So grab your weight. The heavier weights you have, the better. I have 6 pounds that I've been using for a long time now. So this is an exercise that when I work with my clients upstairs or in my class, we are moving, but since we can't do that across in this room, we're going to march. And I want you to do a fairly high march. I want you to try to get your knee up to hip height. You're going to stand next to a counter or a chair in case you need to hold on. We're holding on to our weights. That it makes your body work a little bit harder with the weights. It also helps with grip strength, which is important as we age. So this is a great exercise for a lot of things. What I want you to think about is that you're even on both sides. And I know a lot of us have some kind of alignment issues, but try to think about being even. You're carrying groceries, your shoulders are back and down, you're standing up nice and tall, and we're going to do, let's do 30 seconds. So start now. 1, 2, I'm just going to count because I'm used to that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 seconds left. 5 seconds. Okay. So I'm going to get a sip of water. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to mop up. You can see how I'm sweating. You know, working out in a hot room is a thing these days, but not for me. So anyway, let's sit. We're going to do seated core. The first one we're going to do is the one where we follow our hands behind. Not only are we working our core and our back, some of the muscles that support our spine when we bring our arms around or over, we're doing a lot of shoulder mobility work. So I want you to work within your range of motion. If going all the way back is too much for you, maybe this is what you do when you look up at your arm, or you're just going, bringing your arm out laterally. Do what's best for you. Sitting up nice and tall, keeping your belly button pulled in. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to go overhead now for 10. Keep pressure on the ball or toilet paper, whatever you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to put the ball behind me. I'm only going to do 10 of these today. So I'm leaning all the way in. I'm just going to roll forward from my shoulder blades, not my waist. Your belly button stays pulled in, and you're just rolling forward. It's very subtle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're just going to roll back, also very subtle for 10, keeping your belly button pulled in. And 1, keep your head moving with your shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to turn back to the front. I'm going to put the ball behind me again. And we're going to do one more lateral movement for our core. Sitting up tall, pressure on the ball. This makes it harder. Just let your arms hang to the side. And now we're leaning from our waist. We're not pushing our shoulders down. We're leaning from our waist. 1, 2, keep that belly button pulled in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And over to the other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's stand up. We're going to do tandem stance and our head movement side to side. We're going to do it 5, and then switch feet and do 5 more. Focal point on either side, and your left and your right would help you. And make sure you have a place to hold on to. These are hard. So we're going to start now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I feel my entire body working hard to keep me from falling over. And let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's do a single leg stance, standing up nice and tall, focal point right in front of you, 10 count per leg. So I'm going to start on this side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And switch to the other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's stretch. I'm going to do this before we stretch. So we're going to sit one leg out. Your foot is really flexed, leaning forward. If you can reach your toe, pull it towards your face. So you get a nice calf stretch in addition to your hamstring stretch. And we're going to hold each stretch for a few deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And switch sides. And before we do our hip stretch, I'm going to add another one. So just sit it up tall. Let me do this sideways. Just bring that knee up. Sit up as tall as you can. I'm not leaning back to the chair. I'm just hugging my knee to my chest. And switch sides. And now let's do our hips. So cross over, gently pull on the outside of your knee, slight torso twist, but we're really stretching our hip. And let's switch this to figure four, stretching our glutes, particularly our piriformis. And switch sides. Let's stretch our hips. And switch to figure four. And let's do our lower back. So leaning forward, keeping your torso straight. You're not rounding your back. You're just bending over nice and straight, still with that neutral spine. This is a gentle stretch in your lower back. This feels good. And to stretch your QL muscles, that are muscles outside your spine and your lower back, we move to the side. Those muscles are tight. It causes lower back discomfort, pain. It also causes glute and hip pain. So this is a great stretch. And switch over to the other side. I haven't done this in a while, but we're going to do our hip flexor stretch seated. So one leg in front, you're holding on to the back of the chair. The other leg, if you can get it, so both legs are 90 degrees, and you're holding on tightly, and you just want to try to tuck that back hip up so you get a stretch in the front of your hip down into your quads. If you could straighten that leg out even more, you'll get a deeper stretch. If this isn't working for you, please do the standing hip flexor stretch that we generally do most weeks, and switch over to the other side. Using myself on camera, so I'm just going to move up. Just tuck your hips up as if you're doing a pelvic tilt up. And now we get to do my favorite stretch, which is a great posterior stretch. Hands on the center of the chair. Your feet, your hips. And now push your hips away from your hands. And gently roll up. And arms out to the side. Bring your arms behind you so you're stretching your chest and the front of your shoulders. And just gently move your head left to right. And shoulder circles, arm circles, I should say. Surprised I'm still speaking with. I'm going to have to go upstairs and get all the water out of my clothes before my next client. But anyway, thank you guys for showing up. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. We're going to change up. We're going to do some squats next week. We haven't done those in a long time, and I think it's time we get back to them. But have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I hope you do something fun, and I hope we have great weather for it. I think we will. And take care, and I'll see you next week.